morning, good morning, good morning.
Hi, audience.
Woo.
Hi, Facebook world.
It's going to be a beautiful morning. It's cold.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is very, very cold this morning. I'm like, I'm not wearing anything with short sleeves today. Not happening.
It's freezing.
It is quite
freezing.
cold.
I like your suit, Charles. Look at you,
thank
sharp.
Thank you. I enjoy it.
And Lacey, you look amazing.
Thank you. Christmassy, yeah. I was trying to go Christmassy with my colors this morning.
Right?
Well, the green comes in just fine. See, I'm good.
So, yeah, definitely.
We're going to have some Christmassy on set this morning. That's a great and beautiful thing. And Teresa is out this morning. She is working on a very important client. As you guys have heard us say before, Teresa is a massage therapist.
Yes.
And she deals with a lot of people that have been injured in major ways, and they've pretty much spent their entire life going through pain. So what she does is she's trying to, she works with the patient and she tries to get them back to some semblance of health. And
awesome.
We're hoping that in the long run, she hopes that, you know, these patients will get back to some normal life, which is really, really good. And so that's where she is. So this morning again, our guest
host Charles, welcome again.
Charles is back on the show. Thank you for being here again. We always love having you. You're such an inspiration to people.
I love being here. Thank you.
And yeah.
Y'all know we getting our phones queued up, so be patient with us. We're looking down and
y'all know the morning drill.
that's just what we do. I called on Charles late last night again, and you answered the call, so I appreciate you stepping in and being our co-host for today.
Yes,
we try not to throw y'all off too much.
We try not to, but life does happen. And Mary, that's okay. Remember, you can play back the show later. Just hit the video tab and you'll see the show. I know you have to go work on a client. She is a sports massage therapist and works with athletes and bodybuilders.
Wow.
And so she has a client that she's working on today. We have a lot of massage therapists that watch this show.
Right. Oh, awesome.
Which is an awesome, wonderful, wonderful thing. So, good morning, everybody. So, what you want to kick us off on our subject?
Yeah.
And of course, FOD's in the house, as y'all saw.
FOD is here. FOD TJ, our special guest. Those words mean field of dreams.
Field of dreams.
Okay, so our young artist is here. He's going to talk to us about the start of his journey. He's just beginning, but.
Already cruising around.
Cruising around the limo. Listen. I rode to the set today in luxury. He blessed me with a limo ride to the set this morning, so that was amazing. Yes. We rode in the presidential, very, very safe and chilled ride.
I'm in the wrong business.
Right, I'm like,
where's my presidential limo?
So we look forward to interviewing him later. But today we're going to be talking about challenging ourselves.
Challenging.
Yeah. Because one of our guests that's calling in, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to be talking about an 80-day challenge.
She's going to be talking about an 80-day challenge. Like,
right.
She's not waiting on the new year to kick off. She's just like, you know what? We're going to do this.
Right.
And so Heather Michelle, we're waiting on her to come online. As soon as I see her say she's online, we're going to try to get her to be a part of the show. That means I'm going to have to get up and go to the iPad because iPads are technically dumb.
Right.
And, you know, Mac products, Apple products do not allow a mouse to work with an iPad. You know how much how much easier my life would be if I had a mouse so I could just go, oh, gee, somebody wants to call in. Click.
Right. Easy, right? Simple.
Easy. You know, Apple, what's wrong with you? So far, the only thing I like about your product is your camera. That's it.
Right.
Maybe the ability to hook up external audio. I haven't decided yet.
That's Lacey going on a rant, y'all. Sometimes
I just noticed. I was going to ask, is that a rant or was that just a tidbit?
It's something of a rant. It is Tuesday morning, and it is also my shot day for estrogen. So, needless to say, I don't do that till this afternoon, and may not be doing it this afternoon because Walmart needs a prior authorization for my stupid medication, even though it said it had 2 more refills on it.
She really on one?
Okay. Y'all look out because my estrogen levels are down here.
Charles is like, okay.
Charles is in a whole new world. He just doesn't even know. Okay.
And they said today was a good day.
Right. So we're going to talk about challenging yourself. Have you ever put yourself on a challenge? You know how on Facebook they got those challenges that they do? It will either be a workout challenge or beautify yourself. I even saw a challenge that told photographers do black and white photos for 7 days.
Yeah, one black
Random,
and white.
black and white photos.
You can't have people in it, and no description, no explanation, no nothing. You take a black and white.
And those are the best pictures.
They are.
Exactly.
Black and white. If you think about it, the black and white is itself is nostalgic.
Right.
Yes.
I love nostalgic.
Right.
And when you look at a black and white picture, you can take, and it depends on how you look at it, and when you look at it, what attitude you're in, what's your take on something. If you're angry, you're gonna look at a picture and you're gonna see, oh man, look at all, and it takes you out of it and makes you talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw some very abstract black and whites with that challenge. That challenge brought out some really creative photos. So I want to talk to our audience about, have you ever challenged yourself and actually got through it? It's tough. I know a guy named Leland who he won Fear Factor.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know? So can you imagine what kind of headspace they had to be in to win Fear Factor?
I'm thinking about spiders.
Right,
spiders. I'm thinking about spiders. I just would have never made it.
Right.
And that's one of the things is the food they eat. That's FDA approved. It's been inspected. There's nothing
It's
wrong
not
with
food.
it.
I can eat it. I can eat.
And then the spiders, they're typically non-poisonous.
It doesn't matter.
Non-harmful
It
spiders.
doesn't
It is
matter.
just the fear of the critter itself. Your headspace on that has to be like phenomenal to win that show.
Right.
Spiders and clowns.
Right.
Spiders
That's
and
not your
clowns.
thing.
I don't like McDonald's. He's a clown.
He's a clown.
I don't like Bozo. He's a clown.
Right.
I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. So Circus has always been a family location, and they have their clowns.
Right.
I don't like the clown.
Can't do it. Well, challenge yourself.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
You should have seen his eyes when I said that. So basically what happens is, and this is why we wanted to present this to you in our Facebook world, what happens is we are afraid a lot of times to go to another step. And so sometimes we have to challenge ourselves and tell ourselves we can do it.
Mary's with you on that. She don't like clowns. Let's see if we can get Heather Mitchell on the line here. I'm not sure how this is going to work.
Is Heather on?
Well, I gotta get me a charger.
Okay. Y'all, we are stepping in and out set. We got some stuff going on. We still trying to get ourselves together this morning.
Okay, so I don't see how that's going to work from here. Heather Mitchell, go ahead and see if you have the call-in button. It should be a little green button down here by the comments. A little green thumbs-up looking button where you can join the video call. So, Heather, try to join the video call if you can, please.
And then we'll put you on speaker and then be able to talk about this challenge. But, yeah, challenge yourself. Sometimes you got to go beyond your own limits, measuring boundaries, and kind of step out and do something completely different than you've never done before. Yeah. That's why they got those bucket lists.
Yep.
That's why they got all these things. Because we stay kind of wrapped in fear. Mm-hmm. Because I tend to stay away from anything athletic. Anything that requires me to work out or move around, I kind of stay away from it.
And I'm the same way. I know on the athletics. Let's see. She did call in on the laptop. Push come to shove, we're going to have you call the phone number. So push come to shove, we're going to have you do it that way, Heather. Athletics. No way.
Right.
Not happening.
I'd do it if it's a group.
Really?
Yes, athletics. I would do it if it's a group.
Which sport?
It doesn't matter. I'll try
any sport.
Yeah, I'll try
sport.
it.
So you get into a group.
Well, well, sports to me is a challenge.
Right. See,
that's
same
a challenge.
with me.
So any type of sport would be a challenge. But I'm so engrinded to competition.
Right.
Yeah,
See.
yeah.
So long as I'm competing against someone, I will do it. I may pass out afterwards.
Right.
So long as there's somebody, long as there's someone to compete with me, I'll do it.
Okay.
That's why I say I can do it as a group.
Right.
As an individual by myself, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know what? And this is my thing. And everybody says, you know what? I can go out and play group sports. And you can tell I've always been a girl. Always, always, always. Because even from a very young age, I never understood any sport. Especially football.
I don't understand football either.
Football. Okay, so you go out there in the middle of the field at the 50-yard line, and you guys huddle together. That's where I think things coin toss and everything kicks off at. And they get into a huddle, and they decide what they're going to do, and they smack each other on the arse. And then they take a little ball, and they run it down to the other end of the field.
I've started using that.
Arse. That's me Irish. That's me Irish word. But they run it down to the other end of the field just so they can pick it up and run it back to this end of the field, and they keep doing this. And then in the middle, they have all these bands and cheerleaders and woohoo and things happening, and then they do it all over again. And I'm like, what's the point? Which nuclear war did you put an end to by going back and forth up and down the field? Okay.
Right. The Irish accent is coming out, so are you deciding
the Irish is coming out. Go? David S. Womack says he's going to challenge himself by being a co-host on our show.
Oh, wonderful.
So, David, be careful what you wish for, because we can make that happen on a Tuesday morning when I'm on a rant.
Right.
Gotcha.
So tell us about that, Charles. Like, we put you on the challenge, right? And
yes.
I just asked you outright, hey, can you co-host for me?
Yes. You know what? Challenges are sometimes needed. They are needed throughout daily activities. They're needed throughout family relationships. They're needed through personal relationships. Mm-hmm. They're needed through work relationship, children relationship. They're actually challenges are to me the most important part, because if you fail, you get to learn.
Oh, right. Exactly.
See, the only bad challenge is no challenge at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only bad thing in life is you do nothing, you become stagnant.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you challenge yourself on any level, and no matter how small or how large, the inferences of you might fail is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And, and as we all know, through adversity, through turmoil and through all type of bad things happening, that's how we as humanity learn.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Absolutely.
That's how love grows. That's how relationships understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's how commitments become real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how understanding becomes a way of life, because we have those challenges.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to address this because I met you on, Rude Mike's.
Yes.
Reckless Tea.
Reckless
Radio. Reckless Radio.
We met that night.
IT with the Kings.
We just drew to one another and had this. Okay.
Here
Our
comes
caller's
Miss
coming.
Heather Mitchell, and she's coming in. Heather, can you hear me this morning? Cut your stuff down in the background. Can you hear me, Heather? Heather, can you hear me?
I can hear you on the video, but not on my phone. That's a little weird.
Okay, I don't know why not on the phone, but as long as you can hear it on the video. So how are you this morning?
I can hear you on the video, but not on the phone.
Okay, well, how are you this morning?
How are you doing this morning?
There's a big delay.
It's a delay.
Yeah, there's going to be a broadcast delay from what we're doing to what they're actually receiving.
It's a 2-minute delay.
So what I'm going to do, Heather, is as you're catching this coming through, what I want you to do is just tell us about your 80-day challenge.
There's
a long delay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 80 days. It's a brand new program that Beachbody is launching. It's probably the biggest program that they have launched. And what it is 80 days of a different workout every single day. And then they have the meal planning, which it can be flexible depending on whether you're vegan or if you have some special diet that you need to tend to. But the important part of it is that it's timed specific things that you need to eat in order to recover your muscles from the workout each day. And then you're adding in Shakeology, which is a superfood shake, and it's absolutely delicious and makes you feel amazing. They're adding in Energize, which is the all-natural pre-workout. Recover, which helps with soreness and energy so that you can keep doing the workouts every day. You get me as your coach and a team of awesome people that are all uplifting and encouraging, and we struggle with each other every single day to keep everybody supported. And then you're going to be using just some stretchy bands to help activate your glute muscles, some sliders to help activate your abs. And if you do a testimonial, you get a free t-shirt and enter to win $1,000. And then you get access to our Fitness Netflix, which is on-demand home workouts that kick freaking butt, and that's for a whole year. So there's lots of different packages that you could do to get it, but I'm just super duper excited because it is finally a workout that is specifically created to give you that big booty and that flat stomach and ripped abs that everybody strives for, and we all kind of settle for just are. And so it's absolutely perfect for anybody that's just starting and needs to kick their butt into gear without it being like a quick fix, something that doesn't make you happy. Like, you're not just eating grilled chicken and vegetables and brown rice for the whole time. You're eating actual delicious food. So you'll stay with it even after the program ends. And you could either repeat the program or try some of other Beachbody's programs after, since you have on demand for the Fitness Netflix for the entire year.
Wow.
It's so freaking awesome. I'm pumped about it.
I'm sounding pretty pumped because you said the magic word for me, which was big booty. And as everybody knows from yesterday's show, I'm on the arse pills for the next 30 days to see if I get a booty out of it. So thank you for calling in this morning, Heather. If you would, make sure you inbox me the link to all of this good information, and we will get it on the page and make sure everybody out there knows all about it.
There's a delay in the recording, so.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
Have
Heather.
a good day, you guys.
I like that. So, a little bit of audio delay there, and she couldn't hear us over the phone itself. Mary is commenting, where is Teresa? Teresa
Right.
is working on a very important client this morning. Somebody who had an accident quite a long time ago, and she's getting close to the end of the treatment and the therapy with that particular client. So that's where she is this morning. She'll be back on the show tomorrow. Fear not.
Yeah, and the challenge of the 80-day challenge that was just spoke about. You know what? Listen, y'all. I've been watching videos of myself lately, and although the whole workout thing scares the crap out of me, I'm going to start doing something. I'm going to start challenging myself to get up, maybe take a walk, or get some kind of cardio in, and start, working on a path. And I say it like that. I'm looking up like, oh crap. Working on some kind of path to better health. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy necessarily, but if you will challenge yourself with me, let's do it. And you can give me tips, any tips that I need. Hit up and inbox the Morning Tea with the Queens. Let me know what I can do to get myself in tip-top shape for 2018.
You asked me, do I do a challenge? I've been doing one now for 2 years. Okay. And it's dealing with sports. I am a non-sports person. One of my very good friends is an old NBA player. He's now a head coach at a high school, and it's basketball. Right. When I first started this 2 years ago, I knew that there was a ball. I knew there was a net. I knew the object was to get the ball in the net. Right. What I didn't know was all of the points, the flea flicker, the this, the that. I didn't know all that. So when I first started working with him, and I came on as an assistant coach, I was there for logistics. So when we did our meeting, he said, okay, everybody introduce yourselves and what you're doing. So all the other coaches introduced themselves. I'm here for defense. I'm here for this. And they got to me and said, here, listen up, everybody. You guys calling me coach, you might want to change my name. And they all looked at me because I have no idea about basketball. I'm a logistics person. I'm here for infrastructure setup, infrastructure design. I'm here for fundraising. I'm here for this. Right. I have no idea on how to coach basketball. Yeah. That was 2 years ago. This year, I catch myself coming out. That was not a call. He was traveling. Did you see that? And then all the coaches go, if Charles says he was traveling, there's a problem. You know, but
because you've studied it.
I've studied it and I've watched and I've seen how the coaches. I work and I co-coach with some awesome coaches.
Right, awesome.
Some of them get paid, some of them don't get paid. They're volunteers. And as you know, in the state of Nevada, the Clark County School District and the state of Nevada says if you participate in any type of school program, you must be licensed, certified, and FBI checked. Okay? So all of the coaches are on background checked. And so we're working with kids that I wrote something up for the coach and I said, we are fathers, counselors, educators, we are best friends, we are manipulators, we are all of that at one point in time with our kids.
Right.
Because some of the kids don't even want to go home. Some of them feel
like it so much.
They feel so much safer at the school that they would rather stay at the school. So the challenge for me was to learn basketball and be able to put it in my life, and I did. Learning basketball has given me ability. I love strategy. I'm a mind strategist already.
Right.
So it just, again, I take from that experience the failure parts.
Right.
Okay.
And I implement them in creating a task or a plan on how to improve myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I'll be the first one. I'm more critical of myself than anybody. I can talk about myself and tell you how bad I am before I can tell you all the good. I can do that.
Hard on yourself.
Constructive criticism is what we lack today.
Oh yeah.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'll agree. We do lack a lot of that. A lot of kids don't know how to take constructive criticism. I see it when I did my degree in graphic design. We had so many young people come into this class, and this is definitely a field where you need to be able to take constructive criticism.
Right.
You do your design work, your client, who's your teacher, looks at it and goes, nope, do it again. And they get butt hurt. Arse hurt. Whichever way you want to say it, they get hurt. And it's like, whoa, you need to have a thick skin. And not only, with that, but with sports and so many other fields today. And it's like parents are no longer instilling in their children how to take constructive criticism. Dare I say, maybe that's where the term snowflake came in from, that I've heard on the internet all this time, Quit getting so daggum butthurt. You've got to have that constructive criticism.
Because
you're not going to advance or grow without it.
That helps you to grow and learn from your mistakes, and it helps you to expand. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you don't, I don't know. It's a way to do it, though. It's a way to give honest criticism without...
I guess it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be sly. You guys are going to hate me.
Bring it.
Because to me, and I'm saying this is right, but to me, I'm the type of person that I am straightforward.
Right.
When I'm giving constructive criticism, I'm not here to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
I don't believe in sugarcoating it. I believe that if we're part of a village, that's the first thing there. If we're part of a village together, and what I mean by village, when I say a village, I have children, you have children, you have nieces and nephews. Okay, that's the family.
Sure.
The village is those that we bring around them to instill or to give them something that I or you don't have.
Right.
Okay, I understand
that doesn't mean you're
the village
bad
mentality. Yeah.
Exactly. So when I think of a village, I'm part of that village. And in that village, just like when you go to a store, you go to a tailor, you go to Walmart, you go to shop for food. When you come to me, you come in for constructive criticism.
Right.
And in that constructive criticism, I'm going to let you know, are you fat? Well, you know what? You are a little bit overweight.
Right.
Okay, so you're taking a gentle approach.
Yeah, no. That's not to me.
To me, that's gentle. And as somebody who went to Parris Island, South Carolina for the United States Marine Corps, am I fat today, sir? Billy Maggot, you are fat. You are a tub of lard. Your belt size is equator. You need to learn to lose some weight. No, get out there and run my field. Run. That's now
me.
That is harsh.
Now see, that's me. But I still have learned, and again, remember when I say you learn from when mistakes or the challenges you've taken. I learned. So I've learned that sometimes I can still be as straightforward, but be respectful.
Okay, so you're taking the respectful.
So I've learned
approach.
to be respectful, but then there are times, as you just said, as a Marine myself, You know, my kids will tell you otherwise.
Right.
My kids' girlfriends, my kids' boyfriends, they would say, Mr. C is an arsehole. Mr. C is hard. You know, and they would say that because I walk into my house and I got kids in my house. The first thing my kids do, they run to me and say, Dad, this is Paul. He's my friend. He's from school. He's a good kid. He doesn't steal. He doesn't fight. He doesn't do this. I said, well, I look at him and say, I don't like him. Get him out of my house.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, they'll look at my kids and they'll go, what? They say, don't talk. Let's just go outside.
Let's just go.
And Mary says one of her clients told her that if she receives a bad massage, she won't say anything. She'll suffer through it and never go back to that person. And of course, Mary told her, you need to speak up. You need to tell us what they're doing wrong so they're able to correct it. And that's another one of those, don't be afraid to give somebody the constructive criticism to begin with. And a lot of people are getting scared of even doing that with all the lawsuits and everything out
If
there.
I'm paying money, I'll be arsed darn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be arsed
That's
darn.
That's fact.
And not telling you how I feel. If you're serving me at a restaurant,
Yeah.
and you walk and your hair is hanging down and it's wigging out into my food, take the food back.
Exactly. No,
I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, take the food back and bring me back food after you go and wash your hands and put your hair up.
Right.
Well, I did that to a waitress one day. She had a hair, and it was floating around in my soup. And I literally looked at it, and I said, excuse me, there's a cow in my soup. And she goes, there's a what? I said, there's a cow in my soup. And she looks, and she stares, and she says, I don't understand what you mean. I says, your hair is about as big as a damn cow. You need to take this back and get it out of my soup.
Right.
And it was plain as day, but she didn't see anything wrong with that. She picked it out. Oh, it'll be all right. I said,
So many people,
I know it won't.
our
Take it back.
society has gotten to the point that instead of confronting the individuals first and giving them a chance to repair, fix, replace, or amend, we immediately go, we say, I'm going to turn you into your boss, or we're going to turn you. And I think that's where we lose that's when we lose the village again.
Yeah.
We losing the village, and even on the small things, we're losing the village because small things is what matters.
Right.
And people think the big things. I'm gonna tell you about the big things. Big things take care of themselves because of big things. Mm-hmm. But if we repair the small things at all times, guess what? The big things cannot come about.
Well, small
That's
things
right.
are necessary. Like, you have to have a small thing because, you know what I mean? You have to have that as a part of the process. You gotta don't overlook small things, small people.
No,
I think
never
we were
do that.
addressing this last night.
Yes.
Don't put down a person just because you think they're this way or that way, because at the end of the day, you never know what they can bring to the table.
Exactly.
God used a donkey in the Bible to get something done. You understand?
And it's normally called an arse.
It's
normally
an
called
arse.
an arse.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I'm just saying, you guys, challenge yourself. Start thinking about that. Go beyond the normal of what your regular routine is. Step outside of your boundaries.
Yes.
And try something new. I'm gonna try something for the new year because I was looking at videos. I'm dancing on screen. I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work, bro. You know what I mean? And it's not that I want to get super thin. I want to stay in shape though, and get myself together so that I can look a little better on camera.
You want to be healthy.
And be healthy.
That's the key thing. It's the healthy part.
Yeah.
And then with the healthy part comes beauty.
Right.
But then beauty is always there anyway because we always think of beauty being outwardly only.
Right.
And beauty actually starts within.
Right.
Because if you're an ugly person, no matter how beautiful you get, you're still going to be that ugly person.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And
So we are getting to the second half.
we're getting close to the second half. So
Yeah.
again, we're going to put the 80-day challenge. We're going to link it to the page so you guys have all the information. You can join in the 80-day challenge. If my doctor approves me doing it, I'm darn well going to do it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I hope anyway. And again, she said the magic words, a bigger arse, and that's what I'm out for. So
Challenge yourself, you guys out there. Don't
Challenge yourself.
Don't sit in a box. 2018, we're getting ready to enter into a new year. We're almost at 2020.
A new millennium.
Just think about it. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. I'm so thankful to be around at this season in my life, and I want to make the best out of every moment because tomorrow's not promised.
Exactly.
You know,
And I'm glad you said that. And Gladys Knight sings a song by the Winans called Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And when I had a chance to sing that song with her and be in the choir with her, that song made me cry.
Yeah.
Every time, even if I just hear the intro to that song.
Tomorrow, I promise you, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Better
I'm not-
choose your life today. Yeah, it's
That's
really,
awesome.
really, yeah.
If you
That's
listen
awesome.
to the word, it talks about who promised you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who promised you that tomorrow, who said tomorrow would ever come.
Yep, we're not promised tomorrow, but I can promise you this: Pops OMD Theater will give you the best deals in town. So if you need a venue to hold your comedy show, your special event, go to Pops OMD Theater, and believe me, they got some of the best food out there. They are located on East Sahara Avenue. You can find Pops OMD Theater on Facebook. Look them up. They're my sponsor. Please give them a shout out so they know to keep paying us some money.
And I want to shout out to A Plus as well, who got my hair right for
Yeah,
this
she
show.
did. She
A
did.
Plus is amazing. Thank you, A Plus Weaves. You guys hit her up on Facebook. She is amazing, and she will get you right and get you out of them wigs.
Absolutely, and she says, "Good
I
morning,
want to do
guys."
a shout out. I want to
Do
do
a
a shout out to Canyon Springs High School.
All
the
right.
boys basketball program is probably one of the top notch in public programming. And they're not recruited. These are kids. These are raw kids that they get from the inner city that they put on the team. Mm-hmm. And the coaches, if it wasn't for the coaches raising money, the kids would not be able to participate. And it's a public program. So I give a shout out to Canyon Springs High School and its coaches to say, hey, if you're looking to give quality money or if you're looking to give some type of quality donation, contact the high school program over at Canyon Springs boys basketball.
Awesome.
Y'all keep that in mind.
Yes.
Let's make a warm welcome for the person who came in a presidential limo this morning. Field of Dreams artist, FOD, Field of Dreams artist, Mr. TJ.
Yeah, come
welcome to the
on.
show
Yeah.
this morning. Welcome. Yeah, pull up that chair.
You know, we shift our segment.
Yeah, we do. We have to shift around a little bit. We don't have a PA yet.
How's everybody today?
Good. How are you this
Get you
morning?
Turn like
Yeah.
sideways so that the chair.
There you go.
Be in
There
the
you
camera.
go. Be in the camera. Make sure you're on camera. We love to see you people on camera.
This
So,
FOD TJ. Oh my goodness. So you're an artist that my brother June Polion is managing and working with. So he asked me to if I could possibly get him as a guest on the show.
Yes.
And here we are. And on top of that, he actually surprised me this morning and picked me up in a presidential limo. I thought that was amazing. You're so young and so awesome already and
What is
brilliant.
FOD?
Field of Dreams.
Ah,
Field of Dreams.
well, thank you. I wanted them to tell. I like the way Lacey said it. Field of Dreams. I mean,
So why the name Field of Dreams?
Basically, I know a lot of people have been saying there's another artist out there that has FOD part of their name, but it's like filthy rich. But me and my
Okay.
brothers we created it. Field of Dreams, as in it's just family. It's just we're just a group of brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to put Las Vegas on the map.
Okay.
well, so you're going to be right along behind us. Y'all got that, right? Y'all got that, right? Wait, how we do that? Pound? What's that, Lacey? The pound? That's the pound. You got that.
He's nipping on our heels.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, the man's come up in a presidential limo.
So, you know what? Well, we're nipping on the
Just
heels
speak
of
up a
the
little
view,
louder.
so, you know.
Yeah. You know, he's nipping at our little heels there. That president. I'm in the wrong business or something.
So what type of artist are you?
Well, I was making a hard drill type music, but as June's been teaching me more and more, and as I've been going on, I'm gonna switch into like a R&B type.
Ooh.
When you say hard drill, what do you mean by
R&B.
hard drill? Like underground type, like the cussing, the
Yeah.
derogatory,
Yeah, the cussing.
the women,
Cussing
the
part.
gyrating of the women, the exploitation and stuff like that. Or
Derogatory, yes. Tyrone's been teaching me how to tone it down, because I had a really good song like that, but then he taught me how to tone it down, and I've been toning it down, and the more I've been inside the studio, the more I've been learning. Just like football. I play
Okay,
football
you get
for Cheyenne.
one of the audience members.
Oh, for that school that you
got
mentioned?
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. You said something that didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
I lost you when you said
got to
that
speak
word.
up just a little
No,
bit.
no,
TJ.
I got him. I'm just letting
He
him.
messing with him.
Well, the thing about Cheyenne and Canyon.
Okay. They can't hear
Between
They
Cheyenne,
can't hear you out there in
Okay,
TV
okay,
land, so
okay.
you got to talk a little louder.
Cheyenne and Canyon are rival schools. We always challenge it. That challenge.
I get it.
It's a great challenge. It's not a fighting challenge. It's bringing back the old high school rivalry that Cheyenne and Canyon has, and I love it. I love it because it goes. Not only do the kids do it, the staff does it. You know, when you see a Cheyenne staff member and they see a kind, oh no, Cheyenne's gonna win. You know, it's that rival that's there that I love. It's that friendly rival. So when he said Cheyenne, we understood why he's second behind the View and behind us.
Yeah,
We got Cheyenne.
Oh, he's talking mad.
he's talking mad on you there.
Look, this show is real fine. So if you came for some love, it may not have
Love
been.
happened, man. You may not get much love
This is
here.
the rawest you get.
He's not bald headed, so you
I
can't
heard
get
you
no
say
love out of
we.
him. But
When you said we, when you say that, are you talking as in your management team, or is there more of you in FO Field of Dreams?
There's more of me in FOD.
Uh-huh.
I have me and my brothers recruit other artists from high schools, and
okay.
basically we're developing a group of kids. I got the word in my mind.
They're entertainers coming together from different genres, right? And
yes, different type of
You said
genres
kids.
and backgrounds.
Now it excites me because I work with kids on all levels, homeless, educated, uneducated. So when you say kids, that excites me. Number one, because the biggest issue in Nevada, Clark County, the whole city of Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Henderson and Boulder City.
Yeah.
We have nothing for our young men and women between the ages of 12 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear you say that coming from and may I ask, how old are you?
I'm 19.
See,
So you're
that
19, young
excites
guy.
exactly.
Yeah.
That answers
excites
one of
me.
the questions
That's
to you
awesome.
ladies out there. Now, the next one that we got to know is he single?
Yes.
Oh,
He is single,
so he's
okay.
19, he's single, and he's running around on a presidential limo, ladies.
And he's not selling drugs.
He's not selling drugs. He's not doing the bad
You're
stuff.
positive,
so,
yeah.
I'm a positive person. Yes, I did play football. I did have my time when I was angry, but that was during sports and everything. But now I've been with June. June's making me a better person.
Okay.
My brother is his management, and
Okay.
he's mentoring him. You know, as he goes into manhood, he's kind of mentoring him as well as giving him that expertise as an artist. Do it this way. This is the way you're supposed to do
They're
it.
challenging.
Yeah,
They're challenging.
you're being challenged.
That is awesome to hear, and I commend you for being man enough, because it takes a man to walk away from a boy's attitude.
Yeah.
It does.
Exactly.
And not that you need my blessing or any other person's blessing to become a man. When I joined the Marine Corps, one of my drill instructors told me, because he asked, "Why were you here, boy?" And see, the word "boy" to me, coming from a white man,
It's derogatory, yeah.
it's derogatory, and I take it that way. When he told me that, I'm standing in front of this 6'1" Marine, because I wasn't a Marine yet.
Right.
I was a recruit. And when he said that to me, he seen the anger in my face. But once I got to my fourth phase, and he said, "Let me tell you all something, you young Marines.
Mm-hmm.
It takes no man around you to tell you that you're a man.
Correct.
It takes
Could agree
you
with
to
that.
determine if you're going to be the man."
I can agree with
So
that.
I respect and I honor you, and I love the fact that you did it at such an age that you didn't have to work for prison, jail, or any of that to be the reason why.
You turned your life around. Yeah.
And I commend you.
And that's
on that.
awesome.
Yes, it is. It's very difficult today in society with our young people, because it's so easy to go out and do the wrong side and be praised and uplifted than it is to do the right thing and say, "Hey, you know what? I'll walk away."
Yeah.
So when I say this, I mean this from my heart and from my professional standpoint. Welcome to manhood.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yes, definitely. Now, TJ, I'm dying to hear some of this new R&B stuff. Can you give us a sample? I love R&B.
Has June given you permission? Because we don't want to get you in trouble.
I have not gotten permission.
Well, he's online watching, so you know.
Can he give us permission real fast? Look.
So he is online watching the show
right now.
Yeah, you said you're in a good position right now. Come on.
I do have SoundCloud, but
Okay, give us your SoundCloud. Give us your SoundCloud.
my SoundCloud is FODTJ. There's also a SoundCloud just FOD.
Okay. So FOD and FODTJ. Yeah, so the different members pop in.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. It's a clique of positive entertainers that are coming together, and you guys are all kind of doing your thing and going out. Just like, do you remember when Jermaine Dupri years
Yes.
ago caught up with the Brat? He caught up with what's those little
702.
702.
Yeah.
He was like
Yeah.
linking all these different cliques of groups and stuff like that, and they stepped out together. And I think he had a label. I'm not sure.
You know, Michael Jackson did the same thing.
Yeah.
When he collaborated
same
with
thing, yeah.
We Are the World.
Right.
That was a collaboration.
That was a huge
But that
collaboration.
collaboration, everyone said it would not work. If y'all remember when We Are the World, when he did that, he was told by the record labels.
Yeah, it wasn't going to work.
It was not going to work because
guess what?
everyone wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get part of their part on it. So when I hear you at such a young age doing it, you are bringing back what is once when people say, well, it's old.
Yeah.
It's now new.
Right.
And
So-
it's just time repeating itself.
Yeah. So speaking of artists, other artists and stuff, what artists have inspired you?
What artists have inspired me? I could say Lil Snoop. He was a kid who passed away. He's a rapper,
Oh.
a freestyle. He inspired me. Meek Mill inspires me.
Meek Mill. Okay.
I know he's going through a little bit of a tough time right now, but
Okay.
a lot of those, the Dream Chasers.
The Dream Chasers, yeah, exactly. And I don't like the word chasing. I prefer pursuing because when you pursue it, that means you're going to have it. If you're chasing it, you never catch it. So Dream Pursuers, I like that idea. And through all of this, since we've been talking about challenges this morning, what has been your biggest challenge that you faced since deciding to pursue this musical career?
Well, basically, coming from that's when I turned 18, my mom and dad put me out because I was headed down the wrong path.
Okay.
And so basically, they had told me I wasn't going to be anything. So I'm proving them wrong.
Okay.
That's the challenge.
I stood up. I just want to make my mom proud because no matter what it was, I got a good job. I was working for Ahern. You know, I was regular 9 to 5, but it was actually a good job. And it still didn't make them proud because they expected me to go to college with 400 scholarships.
Their expectations were a little different than
Than
what actually was happening.
From a
yeah.
parent, I'll tell you this: you're never proven wrong, because that's the key. And now I'm chastising you. I'm chastising you now. As a parent, we always want better, and as we want better, we know what you're capable of. And in the end, hands down, whatever you do, we're proud.
I would hope so.
And whatever you do. So when you think that they don't, when you honestly sit down and think, you're going to come back and say, when she put me out, she made me grow up. When they told me no more handout, they made me stop. When they told me I can't come back here, that means I can't run back. See, those
That's
things,
not an option, yeah.
they made you to understand there's an option in life.
Yes.
And we have to be the one, because if we don't do it to you, the person out there going to take it from you.
You're going to be chastised
absolutely.
by the streets, and the streets are not a good way to learn life because it comes with all kind of different, turns and
Absolutely. And we got word from Tyrone that he can't sing on camera right now. Hang on. You are live on the air with the Queens. Who are we talking to this morning?
Oh, this is Heather's mom, Cindy. She redialed the number for me and she came up with you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Tyrone says you can't perform live for us this morning as their studio is things are top secret what they're working on. that is, like Tyrone, you're just teasing me now, dude. You really got to stop this, okay? I don't like being teased. And then he also wants you to know that you are doing very good right now. You're doing very good. He is impressed with your interview so far. Keep that
I'm
smile
going to say
going.
this about, I got a chance to speak with FOD TJ on the way here in the limo, and this is a brilliant young man. He's coming into his own. I discovered that, like, he stayed up till 4 in the studio, but yet he got up and was at my home picking me up by 7:45. A lot of young people nowadays, they don't do stuff like that.
You're right.
When it comes to your work and you wanting something and being determined, you're already there. You're on a good path for that.
Yeah.
And I just see a bright future in
Definitely.
him. He's already asking me about the event on Friday, giving back to the homeless. He would like to be a part of that, and just the things that his mind thinks about are not on a page of normal teenagers. And you're definitely a person that is motivated. That's important.
Definitely.
That's important.
The first time I met him and the other guys at the Queen G Live Experience, you guys I loved your interview on the red carpet that night. You guys were extremely motivated. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I wish everybody would be like you. I really do. It would make everybody's life easier when you're motivated, and I love it. You're doing awesome.
We feel that we have something to prove. We want me being a teenage father. I want to give my daughter the world.
Yeah.
I just want to give her the world to be able to be like, oh, if she wants this, okay, I want to be able to get it for her. Not always. I don't want her to be too spoiled, but I want to be there for her.
Right.
You know?
Right, exactly. So how old were you when you had your child, if you don't mind?
18.
Asking? 18.
You were 18.
Okay. That
So
is
definitely
very
a
young,
young dad,
I'm
yeah.
a teen mom, so I understand what that's like. Whatever the advice I would give to you on that with in regards to your daughter, just make sure that you're there for her. Money or monetary things are not necessarily quality of life. Like, you have to teach and train about how the world works. And as you are young and you're discovering how it works yourself, but at the same time, it's important that you spend time with her. You understand,
Absolutely.
and that she understands that you are her father, her leader. You are training her in the way that she should go. Don't do what I do. Do as I teach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't do what I do. You
Don't do what I
say.
do. Like, so that's what advice. Just make sure that you're there for her, and that she understands who her father is. She gets to know who you are, and all that stuff. I want to talk about this. My brother had a recent breakdown and meltdown in social media. I'm talking about Tyrese.
Yeah, talking about Tyrese now.
And one of the things that people mocked and joked, man up, you're a little punk for crying on air and this and that.
No.
But as you know, as a father, our fathers are emotionally connected to their children. You know what I'm saying? So, just, you know what I mean? The reason why he was hurting so bad is because he has been with that child since she was born. You understand? And brought into the world. And it's nothing like the physical on-hands contact and making sure that you're there for them. You know, to teach them how to brush their teeth, teach them how to go to the potty, and you know what I mean? Take it step by step. He's been with his daughter since day one. So the ripping and tearing and the crying that you saw on Facebook or online was him being ripped from the possibility that he would not be able to be around his child anymore. And at that point, he had already been away from her for 2 months.
Yeah.
Because of legal stuff and court stuff, and like, it was ripping him apart, you understand, to be torn away from the one that he loves.
I think in community, and we talked about this when I co-hosted the first time, we talked about responsibilities. And we talk about victims. Whenever we hear a victim, we say domestic violence, we instantly and inherently say women.
Right.
No, yeah.
When we say abuse, we inherently say men are the assailant.
Right. And that's not always the case.
And that is so true.
Yeah.
I advocate as an advocate, and I've been an advocate over 37 years in social service. I advocate for equality. I advocate for duality. I advocate for responsibility. I don't care about the color of the skin. I don't care about the gender.
Right.
Right.
I don't care about the relationship. I care about making life right for those to whom we bring into this world.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I look and I think about parents, fathers, mothers, fathers to this day do not have equality.
Right.
That's the same thing to
That's-
say that we were better off in 1958 than we are now in the 2000s on sexual orientation agreement, the color of your skin.
Right.
We're still dealing with that today. But as I look at society and I look at kids these times now, the color of the skin is no longer part of them. They don't get it.
No.
They don't get it. The sexual orientation has become so blatant now that in high schools and other schools that they have a LGBT representative for the students.
And they should. I'll
You
agree
know?
with that.
And you know what? And I agree. I had a chance to talk to you off camera when I first met you, and I wanted to talk because I wanted to ask questions and not be in a disrespectful or a condescending type way.
Right.
Because I wanted to know about some of the things that you had talked about. And again, learning. Educating,
Yep, learning and educating.
It is part of our inherent responsibility to do that,
Absolutely.
and we must do it in a manner that is, again, respectful
Right.
for all involved.
Yes.
And again, challenge. We talk about challenge today. Challenging oneself to understand another one's walk of life.
What they have to deal with. Yeah.
I challenge. That's what I challenge everyone. Challenge yourself to understand the walk of life of
Absolutely.
another, because when you look at that challenge and when you look at that individual from whom you think is against you or you are against them,
It's going to be a different look.
It's going to be a different look.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly. I'll agree with that.
You know, I call him a friend now. When I first met him, we were kind of adversarial with each other, and he's my brother. He's not my friend. He's my brother. And when I met him, we were just not clicking. He's a pastor now, and I treat him different. When I'm around him, I treat him different, and I treat him different not because I don't like him, because I respect him.
Respect.
Right.
Right.
And I told him this last week after I left your show. We were talking, and I told him, I said, you notice I treat you different because I respect who you are.
Right.
I honor your position, your title.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people all the time, you don't have to like the individual, but honor the place.
Yes.
Just like we should honor our parents due to the fact that they helped to create us. That's another thing. Like, yes, your parents had to, at a certain point, do the tough love thing, and they saw you going down a wrong path, so they had to switch up and kind of get stern real quick.
Yep.
and put you in place. But we still have to honor our parents for their position of getting us born into the world. My mom and dad came together to create me. If you were not created, then what? You wouldn't be able to create a FOD. You wouldn't be able to do any of these things, play football, be an inspiration to other kids, other teen fathers. You know what I mean? If you were not created, then what? So we have to kind of look at the perspective differently and say we have to respect and honor people in the position that they have in
I
our
agree.
life.
I
My
agree.
mom and dad, sometimes they're annoying, I'm
parents
being
are
real.
annoying.
All of our parents are annoying, and they do certain things, and they get on our nerves or whatever. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm going to go and hug and love up on them because they were the reasons why we were created. And they created 4 amazing kids, you know what I mean, that are all doing their thing. No matter how we started out in life, you know what I mean? You got 4 amazing kids.
Yeah.
And that speaks volume. You're amazing because of your parents. Because you're only 19. You're not like You know what I'm saying? We're in our 40s, you know, whatever age bracket we're in.
I'm going to be 50.
Okay, so we're all, you know what I'm saying?
47.
We're all like reaching.
I am going to be 50.
I'm
I have
almost
now come to
mid-40s.
accept my age.
Right.
I've been 34 for so long
Yeah.
that my kids finally told me 2 days ago, Dad, you know you're 50, right?
Right.
I'm like,
Well,
Go ahead.
you're almost over the hill. I'll let you know, since you're in Irish land here, there's no leprechaun on the other side. Don't even go looking.
okay. I want that pot of gold.
So do you agree with that, Fod, that you know, you're a part of who you are because of your parents too and what they taught you? Because it clicked in once you got out, right? The things that you learned.
Experience.
Yeah.
I see what they were trying to tell me this entire time. I really wish.
That's
I
awesome.
tell
Yep.
other kids.
Yep.
I tell other kids
That is-
all the time. I'm like, you guys gotta listen to your parents, because every single thing they tell me do not do, and what was right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah. There. Here comes the
I
light
love
bulb,
that
George.
light bulb moment.
A light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Yes. So, FOD, TJ, we all thank you for being on the show with us today. It has been an honor having you. You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration to the young people that you're helping. Well, there's only 2 queens on the show today, but we do have a guest queen, and we got a guest. So, I don't know whoever invented...
Charles is like,
We're going to put him in a tutu the next time he shows up on the show. I swear
Charles
I
is like,
am. So, I don't know who invented...
You have rebuttal.
I have rebuttal,
TBT. I don't know who invented TBT, which is Throwback Thursday. Somebody out there decided Throwback Thursday, and it's stuck ever since. So, based on the topic we had today, there are 2 queens to vote. You guys can second the vote. These young, we'll call them little princes, okay? They're princes. Okay, whatever. So here's the vote for today. Today, Tuesday, should officially, for now and forevermore, be declared as CYT, Challenge Yourself Tuesday.
Challenge yourself Tuesday. I like that.
Do you like that?
Challenge
that.
yourself Tuesday.
CYT, Challenge Yourself Tuesday.
So
every-
hashtag
CYT.
CYT.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be great.
CYST, Challenge Yourself Tuesday.
CYT. Just
CYT,
Challenge
okay.
Yourself Tuesday.
Okay, gotcha.
I think that's
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah. Yourself is one word.
Yeah, yourself is
I had to-
one word. Let's get into
Sorry, y'all, it's early.
This is proper English we're talking. Despite the fact we're not in Britain and we don't actually have tea in the cups and there's no crumpets on the table, this is actually proper English. Challenge yourself. Yourself is one word only, just so the rest of the audience does in fact know.
CYT. What you think about that? You can take that to your group and present that to them. What you
Oh
think?
my God, we got a
Challenge
ton of
Yourself
likes.
Tuesday.
We had likes and hearts and everything popping up everywhere. I think everybody likes that. CYT, Challenge Yourself Tuesday. You heard it first right here on Morning Tea with the Queens. And TJ, what is your favorite Christmas song ever, sir? You do not have a favorite Christmas song. OMG. Ladies, his point rating just went down even though he's single, rides in a big-ass limo. Big arse limo, excuse me.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells?
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to close out for the day. That's our show for today. So, 1, 2, 3. Jingle bells,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Vegas strong.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.